Well, hello there. Now, 50% of you are saying, what on earth has this Brumster got strapped on his head? And 50% of you are saying, oh no, not another Oculus Rift review. Well, I managed to get hold of a DK1, not a DK2, before you all get excited. Just to have a look at get a feeling for what it's like in Elite Dangerous. For those of you that are well aware of Oculus Rift, particularly with Elite Dangerous, this probably won't tell you anything you don't know, so quite happy you just tune out now. But for anybody who's interested in my opinion, I'm quite happy to give it. So, what have we got? Standard DK1, we're on Premium Beta 2 still. Let's load it up and go and have a look. Now, covering some of the basics for those who don't know, what we've got is we've got an LCD screen in here. It's about 1280 by 800 pixels, so you've got about 800 vertical pixels per eye. That resolution is split across both eyes, and there is some loss of the screen practically in the middle, so it's not high resolution at all. And in terms of recording video for a screen capture for you guys, I'm not sure it's really going to be very relevant for most of you, because you get this kind of view, which is what's being displayed in here. But obviously without an Oculus Rift to watch it on, it's going to be pretty pointless to kind of people viewing it on a flat screen. But straps on your head, fairly obviously, pointless strapping it anywhere else. So here we are in the menu. It's quite cool, it's kind of like floating around in front of you, but we come to the first issue that anybody who knows about this will tell you about, which is the resolution. It's, you know, for Elite Dangerous, it's not good enough. There are plenty of games on OR that make best use of it and work fine, but for Elite, the text is just about readable. You know, if you move your head around, the pixelation kind of, your brain interprets it and can figure out what it is. It certainly helps if you've played the game already, but the reality of it is that the resolution kind of lets it down in Elite. Not enough for you to enjoy it as a little fun thing for 20 minutes, but as a long-term playable game like this, no, it's not good enough. And that's not Elite Dangerous' problem. You know, that's a limitation of the DK1. The DK2 and the consumer version will have improved resolutions, of course. So, resolution aside, let's put that one to one side. We all know it's rubbish. Here we are. We are in our Sidewinder, and you've now suddenly got a really cool concept of the size of the Sidewinder now. So obviously I've got complete depth perception here, so I can see it looks completely different to how you might have realised. Your feet are out in front of you, the sort of scanner is quite a way in front. It feels like it's about 1-2 metres in front of you, and you get an idea of the size of the Sidewinder cockpit now. These grab handles up here look quite cool, you know. Yeah, another real beauty to the immersion that Frontier have done is the whole moving of the sticks here, so you can actually kind of get a feel for you do feel like you're actually in the ship. The menu systems, you have to navigate them through the head look, so I normally have them on a button. That doesn't work. This is probably tactically a downside, really, that you've got to look at the menus and navigate them this way, yeah, and reading what they are is really impossible, other than the fact that I know from playing single player, playing outside the Rift, what they say. You can kind of figure it out, but realistically, again, resolution, you never read them. Okay, so lovely art. You can look around the cockpit here and you can get a feeling. There's my overnight bag, I don't know where I'm going. There's a medikit down there, which is very cool, might need that. Not quite sure what that is. It kind of thought it was a cuddly toy at first, but I think it might be some kind of stun gun or sexual toy, I don't know. Anyway, we'll fly off. So the main benefit that I get is around spatial awareness. So the ability to kind of see where things are and very naturally navigate around them is the main thing that this is going to bring. Now, one point is, of course, that there are plenty of head tracking solutions out there. I'm not going to punt the obvious one. And those give you 90% of what this does, albeit on flat screens. But I think it has to be fair to them. You know, they're not going to compete with the level of immersion that you get from this. And it does become incredibly natural to kind of spot targets and navigate around them and pilot around them. Is very, very natural and very cool. So in that sense, it's a big win. You know, you really do feel, and Elite's a perfect game for it because your body's not really moving. You're only, as a pilot, you would only be moving your head. It's kind of a natural, very natural control to make. You know, I can side slip here. I can kind of look over to my right to figure out how far I need to side slip to this asteroid. You know, and just feels very, very, very immersive. But then the downside, I suppose, at the moment is I'm having to look down here at my target system now, trying to pick out where these targets are. Thank goodness for the target locking, because I wouldn't know. I can't read the ranges. That's just under 1,000, I think. And then again, sorry to hark on about the resolution, but you know, it's too low at the moment to really consider this for combat. I'm just a lot more effective on a screen. That's the bottom line. I can be a lot more deadly with a flat panel screen than this. So yeah, obviously I've not got my headset on, which normally what you would do is obviously you put some headphones on, get all the joyous sound that you need. Elite Dangerous has this implemented quite smart, where as you turn your head, the sounds played into your ears move accordingly. So it's a good job on that. So the game implementation of it is really good. You know, it's one of the best implementations of Oculus Rift out there, and I've played a few since borrowing it. The reality is the limitation is in the Oculus Rift kit at the moment, but you know, that's not a negative criticism. It's a development kit. You know, it's the first one. We all know what the limitations of it are, and it would be unfair to kind of judge it badly because of that. So yeah, you know, good as a little 20-minute fun experience. DK2 will undoubtedly change things. DK1, I wouldn't rush to get one just to play the game as a serious piece of gameplay kit. It's not really there yet, but it's certainly fun, which is kind of what there's very few games I've found on the OR yet that are really like long term, make me want to play them. That Lunar Lander one is probably about the only one that works as a game on DK1 at the kind of graphic levels that are available. That's a game definitely worth checking out on the OR. Okay, so on that note, I will leave you to it. I am going to hopefully get a video out about next topic of discussion just in time for when beta standard goes out, is the dreaded discussion about the flight model and flight assist. Yeah, that's going to open up a can of worms, isn't it? But hopefully give some advice, particularly for new players, on understanding the flight model and how flight assist works and how you can turn it on and off. Okay, till then, see you next time, Commanders. Have fun out there.